Okay, here's a strange question. Have you ever been to a beach? And if you've ever been to a beach, and I hope you have, if you haven't, I hope you go one day. Have you ever stuck your toes right at the edge of the sand where the water is coming up and going down? Usually, if you're at the beach, unless it's perfectly still, there are waves kind of coming in and going back out, coming in and going back out. And if you were to describe what it was like to have your toes in the water as it was washing up over them and then sliding back, how would you do it? Would you write an essay? Would you write a book? Would you write a report? You'd probably write a poem. Maybe you'd write a song. It's like a poem with music. Poetry is wonderful for describing things in nature, things that you feel, things that you experience. You don't need to write long things. In fact, the poem today is pretty short, but it's really cool. Listen to it and then we'll talk about it. It's called Over My Toes. It's by Michael Rosen. Over my toes goes the soft sea wash. See the sea wash, the soft sand slip. See the sea slip, the soft sand slide. See the sea slide, the soft sand slap. The soft sand wash over my toes. If you're like me, you're just hearing a whole lot of S sounds, right? Sand slosh slip. What? Let's do it again. And it's interesting. If you look at it, it's just, like poems are. It's skinny. It's not that long. It doesn't really have rhymes. It's not about rhyming. What you'll notice is that the poet Michael Rosen, he uses words multiple times. We call that repetition. And he uses words that sound like what he's describing, and we call that onomatopoeia. And he uses sounds again and again, like the s and the sh, and we call that alliteration. So he's using all of these techniques that we talked about. The most important one probably is none of those. It's the sound of the word. It's just how does it sound? How does it make you feel? Right? And the words he puts together and the way he puts it, it feels like whoosh, waves coming in and going out. So, again, Over My Toes. What a cool title. He didn't say waves or the beach. Over My Toes. Over my toes goes, okay, there's a little rhyme. Over my toes goes the soft sea wash. See the sea wash, the soft sand slip. See the sea slip, the soft sand slide. See the sea slide, the soft sand slap. The soft sand wash over my toes. And this is good, but I think yours are going to be even better because what you're going to do today is you're going to experiment with sound, the sound of the words. So think of some words that you like the sound of. It could be onomatopoeia. It could be like lightning, boom, crash, crash, splash. So you can get some things that do have a little rhyme to them and that have some interesting sounds to them. It could be about something, to me, I'm thinking like things that are obvious, like write about a toilet and use the word flush and hush and mush. Oh, that's gross. You write about lightning or write about thunder, with crash and bash, smash, um, flash, So I'm thinking things like that. It's not a perfect rhyme where each line ends with a rhyming word, and it doesn't. The lines aren't even all the same length. So this is a different focus. It's more focusing on the sound and the feel. So you've got this poem written in the slides, and you've got it in your student writing handbook. So look at it, see what the poet did, try it yourself. And when you do that, when you copy somebody else and just change it around a little, you're not cheating, you're not stealing, you're learning. Now, if you publish it and you used somebody else's method, you should give them credit. But we're not publishing right now, right? This is school. This is just for fun. But it doesn't even have to look like this. You can be inspired by a poem without making it look like the actual poem. You can take a concept that the poet, like Michael Rosen, used, like the idea of a sound that keeps repeating and going back on itself, and it can end up looking totally different. So take it wherever you want it. You are the poet. Poetry is creative, poetry is fun, poetry is freeing. So don't feel like you're stuck with a certain pattern. It's not like paragraph writing where you need a topic sentence. You need to restate the question, answer the question, support the question, and tie it up at the end. You don't need to tie up a poem. You don't need to support it. It just has to sound good. It has to feel good. And that's what makes it be good. So do good and, well, do well and have fun with this.